Alright, this session with the pink blanket is called WTF. What the F? Okay, anyway, I've noticed that a lot of people attack me and stuff because I'm a nonconformist, but it's absolutely impossible for me to conform. I'd like if our society would just not allow dissidents at all and just shove them off a cliff rather than all this suggestion stuff. Because even if I want to be good, it's absolutely impossible for me to be good. It's just, I automatically get with the demonic gods, if you know what I mean, but you probably don't because you're, confused in your ideology, and I've got a different ideology, and they conflict, and the way I try to verbalize what I'm experiencing is it's kind of difficult, too, because I don't have the same frame of reference that you do, but it's this is what's happening to me, and this is how I explain it based on observations. Now, for example, Putin ripped my eyes out and my ears and my tongue for saying that I saw. I was dispossessed. It filled me with lies. Oh, Lord. I mean, that's the association I make. But really, it was just I was a kid, and I was having fun with the different symbols. Because it's fun to mess with them, and it takes a while for you to gain clarity. You have to age a little bit before you understand, anything that's going on around you. I mean, when you're young, it's ha, 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 ha. I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got this, but the more complex your world gets, the more you're okay, I'm just going to do my thing and kind of ignore everything else. Yeah, because there's just too much information. Yeah, so in our society, dissidents are chased with the mind machines, the scene is in the dope show and stuff, and they're tortured, but it doesn't have to be that way. Most of us were just led down the wrong path because we were either poor, disabled, or some other sin that society is not defining that made us go into that barrel. It's not that we actually want to be bad or want to be a nonconformist, it's that somebody's exploiting us for some purpose. To exploit freedom, they have the fags and stuff go around everywhere, and they're oh, we're free, we get to wear makeup and do this and that, and it's you're really not free, and you've got at least 7 people after you now because you're a nonconformist. And then they're oh, fight it. They're basically making them free to exploit them so that they can invade other countries and stuff like that, and say, well, we represent, sorry, this thing makes it hard to breathe. We represent freedom, and we represent equality and stuff, but really, if you look at the scope of society, it really doesn't appear to, it doesn't really exist. It's just a trick, in my opinion. And I'm not saying, now there my little eyes go, they're ripped out again, but I'm just saying, this is my perception of what I see of the world. And you see other things, and we end up seeing the world differently because we have a conflict of interest, and stuff. Putin was really mad that I liked him, and I didn't even realize that I liked him. I thought he was God because I was melted down. He is the Pharaoh. I cannot gaze upon his face, least I burn. So anyway, yeah, that one's been, I think I've been absolutely destroyed. I don't know how many times. It's just over and over and over again. So yeah, I'm possessed by demonic gods, demonic dominance. That's how I would describe it. I would say that, yeah, if you really want to clean society of that, you should watch the first ones that run through the gate. Because I ran through the gate before Occupy Wall Street and everything else. I was the first one. I mean, and I'm sure there were at least a couple hundred others of me that were popping through that they started targeting. Because they're if we can put the fire out before the others come. But it's they came out of a system, and there's probably at least 10,000 more of them wherever they came from. So we need to not stomp this out so much as observe it. Take notes and see how we can dismantle this threat to our stability. Yeah, it's okay. Words are useless, meaningless, whatever. It's the ideas that are behind them. And we have some freaking demonic gods, as dissidents do.